Okay, so let's do this. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Pierre, your host. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. I know that I am. Thank you for asking. So, listen, like usual, we are going to go over to the computer and we're going to check out what we did yesterday, a quick recap, and then we'll take it from there. So, what did we do yesterday? Well, it wasn't very complicated. We put in some shadowing on our background, on the upper part of our painting, and then on the lower part, I didn't like at all what I did the previous day. So it wasn't very complicated. I hesitated for a few minutes, and then I said, screw it, I'm going to paint over it, and we're going to start all over. So that is basically what I did yesterday. And today, what are we going to do? Well, we're just going to continue working on the background. I'm going to start with the lower part first, and then we'll move on to the upper part later. Okay? So let's go get the paint ready. This entire painting is going to be in grays, so it's not very complicated. All I have to do is grab some black paint and some white paint and blend them together. What a genius. What a genius. Anyways, so let's get the white paint here first. There we go. That should do it. I don't think I'm going to need all that much at first because it's going to be fairly dark. And a little bit of black paint. So let me just clean off my faithful little knife here. Very good. And let's grab some black paint that I'll put on the edge on the side here. Very good. Again, I'm going to wash off my knife. Very important, take care of your materials. There we go. And then I have to find the right paintbrush. So that shouldn't be very complicated. I assume it will be this one, or maybe not. After all, when you have a lot of choices, why not take advantage of them? So maybe this one for a change. So I'm going to try this one. Why not? I always seem to gravitate towards the same paintbrushes. But anyways, I'm going to just change things around now. And I'm going to blend the black and the white, but I'm going to do it on this camera number 1 so that we can do it together. It'll just take a few seconds, but anyways, that's no big deal. So here's my black paint, my white paint, and we're going to go with a fairly dark gray, which will be followed by black afterwards. So just going to blend this in. There you go. I can make it darker. Just want to compare it to what I'm doing here. And yes, I do want it a lot darker. Something like that. Looks pretty good. Okay, let's hope that I have enough right there. So I'll bring the camera back up. We are going to start off with this left-hand corner right here. And so let me just step back for 1 second. Take a look. Okay, so this is basically the background right there. I'm going to want it to start also like this right here as well. Like that. Maybe down here, have it start from up here. Okay, I like that. Then I'll start back up here. I guess I can switch cameras here for a few seconds, like here. There we go. And let me just step back, make sure I take a look at this here. And we'll have it over here, I guess. There we go. So, that is going to be that part of the painting. Let me just think this out here for a second. I might as well bring this down here. Just like that. Okay. Okay, very good. All right. Okay, very good. So, what do I want to do next? Well, again, this is kind of complicated because I need what I just did here to be dry to continue with the details. And obviously, since we are not in summer anymore, it takes a little longer to dry. So, I'm going to turn on my little fan here. Hopefully that will help it dry. And I will start then with the details on the upper part in the meantime. So, again, white and black paint. Where's my knife? Where it should be. And let me just get this white paint. Okay. So I'm just going to do a few plants. There we go. I just realized it's Friday today, so that is awesome good news. That means the weekend's here. I do my stream Monday through Friday, so weekends are like, yoo-hoo! It's time to kick back, charge the batteries, have a little fun, and that's about it. So, what brush am I going to use for my plants here? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. So I'm going to use, I need a brush a little bit smaller than the one I was just using. Way too wide. So what will I use? I have many choices, but I'm still hesitating. Lord knows why. I'm going to have to put 2 coats probably anyways on these plants. So, but at the same time, finding the right brush is important, very important. This might be okay, might be too small though. I'm not sure. So let's try this one here. see a lot of my brushes are getting screwed up because I'm splattering paint on them. There we go. So let's try this here. Let's go back to camera number 1. Yeah, I named my cameras number 1, number 2. Just like if we were in the Umbrella Academy. I don't know if you've ever seen that series, the 2 seasons on Netflix. It's just a great, great show. I love it. Didn't want to see season 2 end. So if you haven't seen it yet, I strongly recommend checking it out. So, how does this look? Well, first of all, the texture is not the right texture that I want. I need it to be. So I'm just going to add water and get it. And then I'm not sure it's going to be dark enough. I'm not sure. I'm going to check this out. I'm getting there. I think I need just one more shot of water. I have some right next door nearby here on my bar stool. Now yesterday as I was doing the shadowing of the background up here, the shadowing here, I figured I would do my electromagnetic rings and my little circles. And then today I decided, that I wasn't going to do that. I'm going to go for another, just a different kind of a background. But anyways, right now we are on our plants. And we are going to start off with the plants in the middle up here. I'm going to leave the camera off to the side a little bit because I don't want to stand in front of it. And I'm not convinced I have the right paintbrush. I'm going to try. If it works, great. If not, I will have to change it. If I see I don't have any control over it. And I can see immediately that this is not going to work. This is not the kind of paintbrush I need. I need a brush that is where I have more control over the paint. Something a little stiffer, maybe. So, what do I have that would work? How about this? Will this work? Let's try this one. Okay. So, I'll come back to the other camera. Back to number 1. And let's see what we can do with this. Yes, much, much better. There we go. Maybe I could use that bigger brush that I was just using to fill in and go a little quicker. I'm so smart sometimes. It's scary. Fuck me. Just what I didn't want to do. Yeah, using the other brush, but forgot to get rid of the excess water. The errors of a beginner. There we go. There. Okay. Let's get this guy in together now. All right, very good. I'll switch brushes and I'll move over to the next step. I'll bring the camera over. I guess I won't be in front of it if I just put it over here. Just like that. Just get a little dab of water. Very good. I'm just going to take a second to add a little more water to this paint because it is, I thought it was the right texture that I like, had it right consistency, and yet no, it doesn't. It's a little too thick. So I'm just going to rework it, take a few seconds off, rework it here. So that it flows better on the canvas. I mean, these are two things you need to have the right brush and the right consistency of your paint for it to glide the way you want it and to have the control over it. You got to control this and not have it control you. At least not in this style of painting. Maybe if you're doing abstract painting and using a knife or something, it's a whole different story. But for the way I paint, I need to control everything. So let's get back to this guy here. Yes, this is much better. I can just feel it. The paint just glides the way it should. Before it was kind of like sticking and just a little too thick. There we go. And then switch brushes again. Just a little dab of water. There we go. If it's a little thick, it doesn't matter. It has all weekend to dry. And this is just the background again to these plants. So there'll be details on top of them and then a black outline probably around them. So whatever. Let me just step back now maybe, take a quick look. And why not? That looks all right. Doesn't bother me. So, like that. Okay, very good. Now the plants I have for here and here are going to overlap the bottom part. So it's important for me to finish this bottom part before I do the plants that are going to overlap them. So since I had my fan on, I noticed this part that is dry. So I'm going to ping pong back, go back to where we were earlier, and I'm going to work on that. And I'm going to shut off the fan so I don't catch a cold and get it out of the way. There we go. Okay, so where are we? We are going to first of all set our cameras. There we go, where they were before. Oops. I don't want anybody to get seasick. So I'll just put that right, I guess like that. Looks pretty good. Let me put the power. There we go. The power back on. Now, yes, okay. So this is going to again go relatively quickly. Let me just get another palette for this. It's just going to be black paint. And my knife. Okay, very good. Black paint. So that's how I keep screwing up my things. Okay. That mystery is solved. I figured out why I keep having paint on my brushes. Okay. I'm just going to take a second and go rinse this off. I'll bring the camera over here. Zoom in a little bit to my kitchen area, which is nice and full of colors and lights and whatnot. Use this and have it get all have all the hairs stick together. So, all right, and so I guess I can pull this camera back again, put it over here, so that we can follow this lower part here. I guess like that looks pretty good. And actually, I'm going to get my chair. Use my chair over here as well. And get the right paintbrush again, which is going to be which one. I do have one that I love using for this. And for some odd reason, I can't find it, or I don't see it right offhand. Oh, here it is. There we go. So I'll just put that to soak for 10 seconds as I step back and see what the next step is going to be. Well, it's not very complicated. It's just going to be my apocalyptic post-war battlefield background, whatever you want to call it. So let's work this. So just like earlier, I'm going to work this. We can work this together here. It's not really not rocket science, but the whole purpose of the stream is to share everything that goes on in the studio together. So a little bit of water. And again, like before, just finding that right texture. And the only way to do that is just by mixing the water in and blending everything until it's right. And it's getting there very quickly. I want it liquid, but I definitely want to keep the opacity to its max. No way in the world I'm going to put 2 coats of this. So, there we go. That looks pretty good. Pull the camera back a little bit. Let's go back up to where we're going to start painting, which is right over here. And I am going to put some music on. Why not? Let's have a little bit of music from my friends. This is Lucien on drums. And Jacek on the guitar. And Diego on the violin. Okay, we're getting very close to the end here. Probably the end of our stream. And it's like, party on. So, what does that look like? So, getting close to the end here. I say getting close towards the end because since my leaves are going to overlap that lower part, well, let me take a second and think about this. Because it's true, when I start painting, I hate stop painting. I mean, I can paint 3 hours in a row, usually when I get to a point where the paint is wet, I just go to my computer, play a video game for 35, 45 minutes, wait till it's dry, then I go back, I paint some more. But since I decided, starting the stream, that I would do everything, share everything together. So when I stop, I just kind of stop till the next day or the next stream. So anyways, I rebroadcast the streams on YouTube at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So if you missed something or you want to follow it or watch it again or whatever, I don't know. There's another opportunity besides the live stream on Facebook, which I just started this new page yesterday. So obviously there's absolutely 0 followers, nobody watching, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to start over. And starting also an Instagram, start promoting this channel on Instagram starting on Sunday. I'm going to do that as well. And I have such a hard time promoting anything. It's the same problem I've had my whole life about selling my artwork. It's just really not my job. My job is to create, not to be a salesman. So anyways, it's always been very difficult, and even promoting, I'm not sure how that's going to go. I'm going to probably do it for a while and then probably quit. Who knows? I mean, really, the thing I enjoy the most in the world is just painting. And that's why I decided to do this stream. I mean, if I'm going to be in the studio every day painting, why not share it? So anyways, so let me just stop babbling and go back and take a look. I'll just look in the computer a little bit, see what it looks like. Yeah, okay, very good. Very good. So on Monday, probably continue my plants. Eventually get to the centerpiece. Then the frame. I mean, this painting is going to go relatively quickly. So compared to the last painting, which was so intricate, so many colors. It took like 3 weeks to do. And I'm the kind of painter that I paint extremely quickly. So anyways, so where are we at here? I guess I'm having a hard time quitting the stream. But no, I guess we're all done. We're all done for today. There's nothing more I can do really. Just think, yes. I guess I'll just end it here. Very good. So anyways, I want to thank you for joining me again on the stream. I hope that you will join me again on Monday. I will be here at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I hope that you will have a great weekend. Don't overdo it. No, I'm just kidding. Go for it. Go for it. Anyways, have a great weekend. I want to thank you once again. Like usual, I'm going to leave you with my schedule for next week and saying, ciao, mes amis.